So yesterday was pretty mad at the Let Women Speak event. How are we in the 21st century? How is black white and white black? Like I did. I know I listened to a lot of the women that were there, but I want to go back and like catch up on the women that I missed because I was trying to mingle a little bit as well. That was a good portion of my time there, which I felt was as important, if not more important. So many women showing up alone, like it was so nice. I dared to be brave and put on the high vis that I had painted, like over my bag, and she came up behind me and we got chatting. This lovely Dutch lady who was an English teacher and spoke perfect English with an English accent and everything. Kobe, she was lovely. Yeah, but getting to the event, like your first like witnessing the first thing I noticed. I noticed far too much. It's terrible. But the first thing I noticed was some guy being like kicked out, a large police presence, and that made me quite nervous because I thought, holy shit, I had seen other people told me later on they were following this story, but I had looked it up online just as I was on the train because I didn't want to do that beforehand because I was very like close to not coming. I thought I don't want the chance of being assaulted today. Um, and this is the thing that's so fucking twisted. I genuinely came to hear women speak, to hear their stories. I wanted to speak as well, but I just thought I speak so much on this fucking thing, you know what I mean? And it was good to listen. But the other side are effective in trying to like silence the message because even I didn't listen fully to all the women who were there. Um, they were entertaining. They were very entertaining. To watch them was very entertaining. It was like watching a circus. It's like watching an absolute circus. And I just thought, how I wish the police did more to combat this crowd, but they were vastly outnumbered. And I counted above 30, but there were definitely, I would say, 40 plus police officers there. Not only that, we got to witness like switching over of the officers as well. But it's just, I don't know. A lot of the people that were on the other side were just there to provoke. And I would be completely remiss if I didn't say that there were some of those people on our side as well. There was a few that I kept my eye on. Um, I was talking to one girl. There was like a group of three women that were there, and I saw them pass something, uh, which I thought could have been like a small projectile, nothing serious, but having just had a projectile thrown at me, um, I don't think it was directly thrown at me, or maybe I'm a big target. I don't know. I think it was just hurled in our general direction. But I got paint splashed at like the back of my legs, and my guitar case got splashed as well. And it's just, I don't know. It's one of those things that you don't kind of expect in like a civilized society when you're trying to get together and discuss something. Um, our side definitely had more women than men. There was one woman I saw who had shown up with like her partner, and he was like very protective over her. It was very I could kind of see how nervous she was, and he was like fully there to support her. But I encourage her to show up alone next time. She'll be all right with us. Yeah, yeah. If I did ever get the chance to speak, I know there's so many people that I'd like to like give a shout out to, because I think that's another reason why I'm so invested in this as well. It's we have kind of become our own community, we've become our own community because we believe in one thing, and that's we're women. And it was interesting to see all the little like groups of women who are into this as well. I wouldn't be friends with like everyone I met, but I would happily stand there and defend what it is to be a woman with them. There was all sorts on our side. Yeah, all walks of life. And I would like more women to be involved in this, but it's yeah. There was a councillor. How would you call it? How would you describe her? Working for the government, gemeente Land van Kuik. That's my gemeente, so it was nice to see like a face like that there together, and I'd be curious to know more about her, because even as far as like the politics have gone, I have like taken a step out of politics. I kind of want nothing to do with it because nothing of it is representative of me, which in fact just means I should probably get involved with it more to be heard and represented. But yeah, where do you start? Maybe with this woman that I met yesterday, who knows. And who spoke yesterday. My favourite speaker, who I'm so glad I didn't get distracted by the other crowd who spoke. I had noticed her like straight away. She was a very slight young woman, but I had noticed she had a little bit of beard or something. My first thought was detransitioner. My second thought was trans woman, and I think my third thought might have been, oh, could it be like polycystic ovarian something or another? But she spoke, and she spoke about having a DSD. She held up a sign about having a DSD, and the fact that she was so fucking brave to like get up and talk about it, because what was inflicted on her was like an utter trauma. She was basically operated on when she was a baby, and she didn't kind of have a choice of being a girl. What did she say? She said her father basically chose for her that if she couldn't be enough of a girl, he would make her into a boy. So she was turned into a boy. It's basically the David Reimer story, but with this young. I keep calling her a girl. Anybody like under 25 to me is a girl. I'm sorry, I don't mean it in a patronising way. This young woman. Yeah. Ramona? Ramona. I hope it's Ramona. Scott Pilgrim. That'll be my Eiselbrich. But no, it was really great to see all these women. It was so funny because I had said to I was talking to my ex about this, like this is me putting like an end to like the kind of activism part of my life. I was like, I want to do other things with my life, but like no, it really riled me up to want to do it more, because one of the reasons I wanted to do this is because I want to change minds, and the opposition shouldn't have been there. They were going to be somewhere else, but they decided to allow them our space, and they rearranged it. Not only that, but there was like the transgender flag, that abomination of the pride flag was plastered on like the side of a building. Like, so when we faced them, we could see this like plastered on a building. And to think like Posey couldn't get a billboard put up that stated that we were adult human females, like it just fully riled me up. It won't be the last event that I go to, but I think it'll probably be the last event that I go to alone. I am going to radicalize the fuck out of all the women I know here and just be like, just show up. I want it to be a woman-centered, kid-friendly event. That's what I want. And it broke my heart yesterday to only see one girl that was there, one little girl that was there. And to our parents, I commend you for, making this like a family event. But right now, it is not a family event. So I would strongly advise to take your kid and do something kid focused with her on that day, because the activism part of it, she didn't need to take part in that. We were hurled, abuse was hurled at us, completely hurled at us. So I feel like let the adults take care of it now, and let's keep a focus on what it could be, I didn't like all the drinking that was going on. There was a lot of people that were just out to like have beers. It's like, I'm not up for that. This isn't what this is. Yeah, I don't know what to make of like all the crowd that were there, but I was appreciative that we all seemed to be quite civil around one another. There was yeah, it was nice. I feel like it was nice. I felt better being on our side than looking over and seeing kind of the people that were on that side. It was just provocative, aggressive. It was all just like this tension, like just bubbling, just waiting for things to like kick off. I wanted to go like over to the other side to like bridge the gap, but I don't think that would have been very smart. I think that could have really put myself in danger, and I wasn't naive to that fact. So we kept distance, but I did just keep flashing them this sign. This was my sign, and I thought it was so funny as well because nobody was pointing cameras at our side. There's one photo of me out in the public square. Pound Shop Dylan Mulvaney obviously got a lot more coverage. There's a picture of a guy in the same like article as me doing like this to just the police, masked. It's just people who want to kick off. Do you know what I mean? Go to a fucking metal gig. Get into some metal and go there and fucking take your aggression out. Like, stop taking it into the public. It's fucking stupid. You ever seen the fucking circles and the mosh pits that you fucking do that shit? And at least there's camaraderie there as well. But it was so frustrating to see because we are just there for one purpose, and it's to preserve our language. It's to preserve what it is to be a woman. I got flipped off so much. I don't want to like cry victim or anything because I know I put myself in that situation. But I really wanted to look at like kind of all the opposition that was against us to see like, why is this? Where is this coming from? It was really funny. We had, there's a photo snapped of me standing next to a woman who I believe her name was Kate, but I could be wrong because I met a lot of people that day. But she had a sign saying gender is fake, and there was like a masked group like opposite us that said like gender is fake. And I just thought, why aren't we meeting in the middle and talking about this? That's commonality right there. But yeah, a lot of it was just to like throw abuse out because they think it makes them good people. That's what's funny about it. They think that kind of makes them good people. We had at one point they were calling us Nazis. So they're the ones making all the noise and not like opening dialogue, and they're the ones that are on the side of eugenics for children. But we're the Nazis. Okay. Cool story. We had another speaker who was American who had said that she was still on this side last year. And it became so obvious as well because she used cis women. And we're like long past that. I feel like so many people we're over that. Like there is no cis women, there's just women. because to call us cis women is to respect that any man can be a woman. And I don't. And the thing is, and I spoke with Dutch Leather Dyke, Nick. We had like an intimate speaking moment coming back where it was like, kind of back in the day, like I would always be respectful of somebody who was trans and kind of go along with like pronouns and things like that. It was never a big deal. But she didn't say this, these are my words, but now it's like literally having a cock shoved down your throat and just being told to fucking like it. It's so aggressive, and that just makes me want to be defiant and say, no, I'm sorry. That's my word that I use to describe myself. I've used it around drag queens my whole life. I've used it around trans people, men who call themselves women, my whole life. And I am choosing not to do that now. And you're having a little fucking tantrum about it. You are not entitled to put words into my fucking mouth. You are not entitled to compel me to say fucking anything I don't want to fucking say. And I will stand this close to anybody who dares to challenge me on that. And all I know is they better be fucking fast. But I don't actually want to have like a war with anybody. But I'm also not naive enough to know that if I put myself in the middle of that, there is a real chance that I could get hurt. But I'm willing to take that risk because I'm tired. I'm tired of this fight. I want to change more people's minds quickly and like wake people up and just be like, why are you supporting this? What's the point of this? That's all. I don't want to challenge people on their beliefs. I just want them to challenge themselves. That's it. Because maybe if they challenge themselves, they will come to the same conclusion. And I just don't think they have the right information, and I don't think they have the right outlet or tools or constructive tools for their outlet. It was really interesting to see them like voguing at the start. I was like, we could get into like a Vogue off right now, but there was like an underlying level of like panic all the time being there. I did feel safe that there was like barriers between us, but at one time like the barriers were pushed down. And the police just like removed the barriers, but they kind of kept themselves as like a barrier. But it was like animals in a cage. It was bizarre. This is a very long synopsis, but yeah, I hope it was concise enough. And I know I'm missing a load of detail as well, but I'll try and post all the videos I have up. They're not of amazing quality, unfortunately. Bye.